I'm being joined by L Minlal, the Vice President of Kuki Students Organization here in Churachandpur. Thank you so much for joining us. My first question is, in the last protest that we saw, that there was a narrative that was doing rounds in the local media here, especially, that some Myanmarese language was being spoken by the protesters, and also what my understanding is that there are a lot of tribes here that speak the same, who share the same dialect. So, what do you think was the idea behind, coming up with this kind of narrative in the last protest?
You see, Manipur in this situation is divided on communal line, and also those people during those protests, the people were showing their resentment against the government for the different attitude they have toward the hill people, especially the tribals. And then the particular language that was spoken was a Meitei language. It is a recognized tribe in India, and also that it is one of the major Indian language subject in Manipur, and it is very much an Indian language as any other language it is. However, because of the ill perception that divides the hill and the valley, there are some valley-based media groups. They are taking a lean toward a particular community and trying to sideline a particular community. In that way, they want to make, I don't know, like they want to propagate a feeling that these people are illegal immigrants, whereas we are not illegal immigrants. Yeah, we don't deny the fact that there may be few illegal immigrants because we share a porous border with Myanmar. But then, in this regard, it is the mindset of these valley-based media that want to paint it us as foreigner.
So, do you think that this was meant to divert the issue, divert the attention from the core issue that is being raised by the people of the hills here, that is the forest demarcation and the ST status demand by the Meitei community? And since a lot of refugee influx is being, we are seeing a lot of refugee influx, especially in the border areas of Myanmar. So this was used as, as a tool to divert the attention from the core issue.
Sure. I think so. Not apart from that, they want to play this divisive game, and then they want to divert the attention that we are seeking from several medias from mainland India and other northeastern states, and that is also one possible reason. But the other possible reason is that the valley-based medias are very much involved in hate mongering, to sideline our community.
So the kind of outcome that we saw during the protest today, I mean, it was in thousands, and similar protests were also carried out in other districts as well. So how do you see it? Do you think that this is a clear mandate by the people, from the people of the hills, that they do not agree with the government that is in power in the valley?
Yeah, I would say yes. And then today's protest is a spontaneous process, I should say. And today we are agitating, or that we are showing our resentment by rallying under the aegis of ADGP. It is simultaneously done in around 5-6 hill districts of Manipur. And then apart from that, the people here in Churachandpur, especially in Churachandpur and other hill districts, are now very much aware of the different way we are looked at by the government, the stepmotherly treatment of the government. And then this resentment has been started long back. Our lands are declared as forest reserve when we are in the hills, and on the little plain that we have, it is being declared as wetland again. And so we are basically left with nowhere to stay. And then we don't know what more acts and what more thing will come up to sideline us and try to throw out of our land. So these things, it has been a long occurring process. The resentment has been felt by so many people long, but they are taking every chance they see to come out to the streets and show their resentment. However, we try to make it as peaceful as possible so that we can raise our voices to the government.
Okay. So the another one of the things that the people of the hills are opposing is the ST status demand,
Yes.
which is now being cleared by the Manipur High Court. But don't you think that the by opposing this demand, it will worsen the relationship that is already divided, the hill valley divide that already exists?
Of course, it would worsen, but then we cannot just ignore the things that will happen to us if the dominant community, the Meitei communities, who are dominant community in Manipur, out of the 60 assembly seats in the state, they occupy 40, and then every major government office, every department, they occupy 60 to 70%, and also they have this SC scheduled caste, OBC, they are included under it, and then in spite of having 32% reservation in the state recruitment, we are still denied even our due rights even in the 32%. And then they are dominant community. We are like it's just been that we are literate for 100 years, let's say, but they are an advanced community who have a 2,000-year-long civilization, written history, whereas ours started just a decade back. And then if those people are become equal to us, and then we will surely lose all the opportunities. And then also that we oppose it because now 90% of the geographical area of Manipur is covered by the hills. It is called hill district, which is directly under the hill area community, and where the valley people cannot own or buy lands. This is the constitutional safeguard that we have had. But if they become ST, then they can grab all our lands too. Even now they are trying to grab it in the name of forest reserve, wetland, protected forest, wildlife sanctuaries, evicting houses to save animals or whatever. So more than the divide, we are scared of what would happen to our future generation and our generation. So these protests that we are doing, the reason we are against the inclusion of Meitei in the scheduled tribe list is that we, the hill people, the tribals in the hills of Manipur, will lose all our privileges, and the little privileges we have will also share with them. And moreover, as I say earlier, they are already enjoying SC, OBC category, and they are enjoying almost 80% of the fund allocated for Manipur is concentrated in the valley. So if they become ST again, the only department, the tribal development department, they would enjoy that too. So there will be nothing left for us. So we have to come out and show our resentment and appeal to the government not to include.
So I've been asking this to the elders as well, to the senior leaders. But as a youth, what we have seen in the past, what is your opinion on why does every protest take a violent turn?
Our Churachandpur district has a history of violent protests, I should say. Back in 2015, when we protest against the Manipur Land Revenue and Land Reform Act, and again we have this lots of issues coming up. Even before, this is all because of the strong the stepmotherly treatment given to us, and then people being more aware of their rights wants to fight for their rights. And then when hundreds of people gathered, it is sure that one or two will go astray, and also that most of the violent agitation that happens are not usually led by us. It is a mob violence things, which happen at the spur of the moment between agitating groups. We don't know who they are. Even today, we heard about the burning down of some forest beat offices while we were conducting a peace rally here. I don't have much say about them, but then I should say they are also not happy with the government, and especially this would be more about the land issue.
But don't you think that resorting to violence will weaken your case in the political grounds?
Sure. But there are times, see, our government, unless it has been doing these rounds in Manipur for many decades, until and unless we resort to ban strikes or these things, then the government hardly give us ear. So to get the attention of the government, we usually resort to this rally, strike, ban, this and that. But some section of the society used to get extreme. We do not sponsor them, nor do we know about it. But they are people after all. So the best thing to keep away all these things is that the government should not sideline a particular community, and then the government should work for the benefit of all. And then, like we said, we are not against protected or for reserved forests in our land. The thing is that due procedure were not followed. The 1927 Forest Act itself states that it should, excluding all this area, excluding those bona fide pata lands, so village pata land. But then those villages who have land rights were also not excluded. And then due procedure like compensation, notification in local language, this and that, were not followed. So this is the reason that the thing had done this way. And then the people are very much aware of all these things now. So out of in our town has around 5 lakhs population. Out of that, we cannot ensure that something will not turn violent. Today March to it may be 60 to 70,000 people. So we don't know. We cannot ensure that everyone work with us.
Okay. So now a memorandum has been submitted to the DC, who has assured that the matter will be taken up with the CMO. So what will be your plan of action as a student leader here?
Actually, once we started a fight against something, then it should be a spontaneous process. We will resort to different kind of agitation unless our demands, our rights are met. Especially regarding this ST demand of the Meiteis, and then the forest reserve, protected forest thing. I think we will continue to have on, the movement will continue to carry on. It is also gaining momentum. Every day our people are being more aware of the situation, and then they are taking deep interest in it. That is one of the reasons that today's rally was a huge success. So since our people are also aware, so now we'll launch different type of agitation. For now, I could not say what type of agitation we'll resort to, but we will fight to the end.
So what are your prime demands here? Revocation, is it fair to say that you want the repulsion of the forest demarcation and the SC status demand?
Yeah, all we want is that Meitei should not be included in the ST list, scheduled tribe list, because their inclusion would affect us, as I have said earlier, and also that the order, the notification that declared protected forests, reserve forests in our land, wildlife sanctuaries, without following proper procedures, with lots of procedural lapses, all this should be squashed by the government. And then they can, in places where it is necessary, we don't mind them notifying, and then again after settling all the claims and objection, declaring, we don't mind all those things. We are not against the environment policy of the government.
Okay. Well, thank you so much. That was L Minlal, Vice President of Kuki Students Organization, who just spoke to us and who believes that the protest is gaining momentum and will be intensified in the days to come. With camera person Mukut Methi, I am Kalyan reporting from Churachandpur in Manipur for EastMojo. Thank you for watching.
Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to EastMojo. For any queries, put them down in the comments section below and press on the bell icon for notifications.